Good morning, all you beautiful YouTubers. How are you? And for any of you just joining my channel, welcome. My name's Angela, aka Fire Angel, and this is my journey living in my van. So I thought I would come on and talk to you about what's predominantly on my mind at the moment. Now, I know I said in my last video that I would work through all my comments and I would answer them one by one because they're all subjects that I want to talk about, and I'm still going to do that, but I wanted to talk about I'm not going to do it in the order that I said. So quite a few of you have asked me about the fifth dimensional frequency, and others have asked me about what I think about the fears of the 5G technology that everyone's talking about at the moment. So I've decided I'm going to talk about that because since it's Friday now, since Wednesday, and it was 3 o'clock Wednesday when I saw a post on Facebook about 5G, that it's been on my mind. And I don't think it's any coincidence that 5D, fifth dimensional, and 5G, fifth generation technology, are very similar things. They're both fives and they're both about faster speed, faster, higher frequencies. So yeah, so I thought I would talk about that. Now, when I saw this post on Facebook, I will tell you straight off, I know as much about 5G as I do about 4G and 3G, which is very limited. So this is all instinctual, what I'm saying now. I haven't watched any videos on it. I haven't read about it. But, you know, it's kind of obvious. And what I'm going to tell you, you probably already know. It's the same with the fifth dimensional energy. I don't know anything about that other than what I'm experiencing myself. So yeah, comparing the two, they're like opposites. So one, 5G is man-made, it's evolution on a technological sense, and the other one, 5D, is natural, in its evolution on a spiritual awakening level. 5G invokes fear. I know that because when I saw the post on Facebook, I was instantly afraid. I felt my energy plummeting. And I mean, I really was scared very quickly to the point I felt like there was no hope. You know, the direction the world is going in is scary because it was about trees being chopped down, because we all know that trees, buildings, even my van, which is all wood inside, interferes with phone signals. So for 5G to work better than 4G, we need to adapt. The world needs to adapt to it. So that means, you know, because the signals bounce off buildings and trees and stuff get in the way of signals. So maybe trees, you know, trees are being chopped down. It's as scary as things like fracking. And it made me afraid, you know, and that's the first red flag for me. When something frightens me, it's fear-based. And when we're afraid, we're easier to control, we're easier to manipulate. The opposite to fear is unconditional love. Now, 5-dimensional energy is about unconditional love. So you've got fear, 5G, you've got unconditional love, 5D. Yeah? Two very similar sounding frequencies, but both very different. One's organic, one's man-made. So 5G is going to give us faster communication on our mobile phones, on our internet. It means we can download a lot more data, and we can download that data a lot quicker. 5D also means that we can download data, but not like movies data. We're like, you know, higher levels of understanding data. 5D is about communicating telepathically way, in a telepathic way. 5D is about, it's about being in the moment. It's about being grounded. It's about letting go and just being, letting go of old behavioural patterns. In the 5D, things happen really quickly. The same as in 5G, things are happening really quickly. The difference, the massive difference between 5G and a 5D, oh God, where's it gone? Oh, I've lost it, is, oh man, I hate this when my brain goes blank. 5G is, oh no, you're gonna have to give me a minute, hang on. Sorry about that, it's so mad. It's like, you know, I get this information instinctually, and then it goes from, and it's almost like not meant to say it. So anyway, yeah, bear with me. So 5G, fifth generational technology, is in the disguise of being about connecting much quicker, but the disguise is it's actually about disconnecting, you know, because everybody is so addicted to their phones, to social media, to YouTube. You know, there might come a time, there probably is going to come a time, not, you know, quite soon, when we're going to have to possibly, quite probably, maybe stop using technology. You know, maybe it's going to break down. Maybe that's part of what's going to happen. It's going to break down, because although it's disguised as being about communicating and connecting quickly, it's actually doing the opposite, and it's making us disconnect. 5D is about genuinely connecting. You know, in the 5-dimensional energies, we're activating each other, we're connecting with each other on a telepathic level, on an empathic level, on an unconditional love. Yeah. Now, I know everyone's frightened about 5G, and I only know this because it's only come on my radar last week. I didn't even know. I don't watch the news. It only come on my radar last week because I was looking at Facebook, because of the emails and the comments. People are afraid. You know, that is such a red flag. When you're afraid, your energy plummets. The world is rich on fear. Literally rich, as in money, as in greed. So if you're afraid, you know something is wrong, and that is when we need to raise our energy. We need to see the good in the world. So whatever we're doing to be in the 5th dimensional frequency, we need to love what we are doing. For instance, my job, as I've said to you, is really boring, but I'm loving it. I'm loving the monotony of my job, the routine and the structure, because you're planting seeds. Yeah, when you enjoy what you're doing, because I find it so difficult to talk about these things in a logical way, in a way that makes sense, because it's all feelings, and it's kind of knowing and explaining an experience like my experience of the 5D is very difficult, because experiencing it, you have to experience it. You can't really explain it. Being in 5D energy, it's about being in the moment. It's about unconditional love. It's about non-judgment. It's about acceptance of myself, acceptance of all of the people around me. So to get over the fear of things like 5th generational technology, you know, the fear of the radiation, of nature being cut down, of the disconnection that 5G will bring, is we have to raise our vibration. You know, 5G vibration, 5D vibration. We are already living in the 5th dimensional energy. You do not have to go anywhere to be a 5th dimensional person. You just have to keep doing what you're doing, but be a better version of what you're doing. You know, and you can do this no matter what's going on in your life, you know. And please, I know this, a lot of people must think I'm really naive, because you know, I know there's wars going on. I know we're dropping bombs on other countries. You know, I know there's homeless people. I know there's people dying. I know there's people having a really hard time. I have been one of these people, you know. But I know if you can find joy, even if you've got a job that you can't bear, if you can find some joy in that job, even if it's because it's got a nice carpet in the office or whatever, if your job's really stressful, you can use that stress to become stronger in yourself so you're not affected by stress. Basically, what I'm trying to say, to be in the fifth dimensional energy, you have to raise your energy, and you raise your energy by being happy. I swear that's what it's all about. It's about being happy. It's about finding your joy. It's about spreading and activating other people to be happy, because then we raise our energy, we get rid of judgments, we get rid of conditioning. So 5G and 5D are so similar. They're so similar. 5G is speed. It's a higher man-made frequency. 5D is speed. It's a higher organic, already here frequency. They're both evolution, technical evolution, natural organic evolution. Can the two work together? I have no idea. I'm learning as I go. I do know from my very own experience that some things, when you stop vibrating on the level of fear, when you stop posting about what's wrong with the world and how afraid we are of things like 5G, and you start posting or talking about what's right with the world, you're feeding the energy of what's right rather than feeding the beast of what's wrong, you know, because when we complain about 5G, that doesn't mean you can't get the knowledge out there and you can't talk about what's bad, but you need to do it in a way that you're giving information. You're highlighting the facts, but you're not getting caught in the fear. I don't know if this is making any sense. Like I say, it's very difficult to talk about instinctual things. But you know, you can make up your own minds. 5G, 5D, very similar, total opposites, you know. It's happening. I believe there is two extreme outcomes to this game called life, what's going on at the moment. One is control. One is where we're controlled by 3D establishments, by 3D power, manipulation, money and greed. The world is ruled by people with the most money, people that understand how to manipulate the masses. The other extreme is we are free. All the technology collapses, and we start communicating on a higher level, and that higher level is literally just about being happy. I promise you. You know, I know this because I've thought about this my whole life, yeah, that you can't fight with weapons. You can't fight with weapons because it doesn't work, you know. It's like an eye for an eye, and you know, there are parts of me where I totally agree in an eye for an eye. If someone does something wrong, they need to be stopped. However, it doesn't work. All it does is create more fear, more war, you know, wherever you're putting your energy, that is what will grow. So if we're putting our energy in being, in loving, in accepting, in being happy, that's what will grow. And that, in my opinion, is what the uprising is all about. It's about rising, raising our energy, uprising, raising our energy up. I don't know what you can take from this, but just think about it. Think about yourselves. You don't need me to tell you, because I'm shit at explaining things. But on one hand, you've got 5G, fifth generational technology developed off the back of 2, 3 and 4G. You don't need to know much about it to know that it ain't good. It's not about connecting, it's actually about disconnecting. Yeah, it's going to give us a faster communication through our mobile phones and through email, but we don't actually need that. There is going to come a day, and this, I really feel this quite strongly, that I will not be doing YouTube anymore, and I will not be using my mobile phone, because I am enjoying, I am loving my new experience of communicating with people on a telepathic level. It's amazing. And watching people, you know, you're probably in a world, the same as I am, where you might feel very alone. There's not a lot of awakened souls. However, that just means it's your job to go around awakening people, because I know a billion people have gone before me, and that's why I've been able to, that's why I've been activated. So you look at it, you make your own minds up. 5G, fear, disconnection in the disguise of connection, or 5D, which is genuine connection. It's about empathy, compassion, unconditional love. Fear, unconditional love, two opposites. 5G, fear, 5D, unconditional love. If you're living in fear, if you're feeding that beast, that's what's going to grow. That's going to end up with us being controlled. If you're living in the fifth dimensional frequency, it's about being free. It's about not being controlled. It's about accepting each other. And it really is about accepting each other. Not all of us here are here to be awakened, you know. We're all here for different reasons. This is, you know, the planet Earth is a planet of learning. It's a school. It's a great big school. Lot of duality. There's always an opposite. Always an opposite. 5G, 5D. Some people are just here to teach, and those people that are here to teach, they might be the real shit people, that might seem the real shit people. Do you know who always comes to mind? Judas. Judas, when he betrayed Jesus, yeah? Whether it's a story, whatever, the fact is, Judas has gone down in history as being, oh, I do apologise, as being a traitor. But what an amazing person Judas was, because if it weren't for Judas, we wouldn't have learned and we wouldn't know about the traitor. You know what a burden Judas has had to carry, but what an amazing thing he did, because he brought the story of Jesus to us. If you believe in a story, be it a metaphor or, you know, whether it happened or not, it depends, it doesn't matter. So the point is, even people that are causing you a hard time, that are giving you shit, that are causing chaos in your life, they're doing it so as because they're teaching you. It's so as you can awaken to the truth, and the truth will set you free. I cannot tell you how, if you're not experiencing it, you probably are without even realizing it. Because being in the fifth dimensional energy doesn't mean that you're no longer in the fourth or the third dimensional frequency, because it's all happening at the same time. It's all happening together. It just means your energy is higher, you're vibrating higher, you're healthier, you're lighter, and you're more loving, and you're more accepting, and you're just happy. Even when you're having, you know, something bad's happened, you know, maybe someone died, or, you know, or maybe someone's really ill, or maybe someone's just fucking shat on you from a massive height. It's okay, because you see it for what it is. Yeah. And anyway, that's my waffle for the morning. Do it yourself. Compare 5G and 5D, two opposites, both are about high frequency, faster frequency, better frequency. One's a lie, one's a truth. One's fear, one's unconditional love. So that's my little waffle. My next video is going to be on 4D dimensions, because it's all about the law of attraction, and yeah, I've got quite a bit of to say about that, I think. So yeah, if you liked that little bit of waffle, I hope you got something from it. Yeah, let me know. Write something in the comments. Don't buy into the fear. Honestly, the world is rich on fear. Don't buy into the fear, because the fear keeps us, keeps our energy low, keeps us afraid. And when we're afraid, we're easy to manipulate. Buy into love, because when our energies are high, we can't be manipulated. That's when everything will break down. The system will break down. Maybe we don't use 5G. There's going to come a point, possibly, when we've got no choice but to use 5G, and maybe that's when we all need to break our mobile phones. At the moment, YouTube has totally given power to the people. It's flipping awesome. But this is like good versus evil, you know, like in all the Hollywood movies. 5G, evil, 5D, good. in all the movies, good always wins. So come on, let's win. Let's win. This is part of this is the uprising. This is where we raise our energy. We don't be scared anymore. Do not feed the beast of fear. When I first heard of 5G, I felt my energy plummet. I was afraid. I wanted to go to bed and not get up because I just thought the world has gone to shit. And then I remembered, by doing that, they're winning and I'm losing. So raise my energy, see it for what it is, yeah? Carry on being the beautiful, incredible, spiritual beings that I know you all are. We're not here experiencing the world. The world is here experiencing us. Does that make sense? It's amazing. Look for the beauty in the world. Look for the positivity. That doesn't mean go around being a smiling moron. That means genuinely find your joy, your happiness. Now, I'll tell you quickly, my mum brought me up. She always used to say, do not let people know you're happy, because people don't like it when you're happy. And I grew up like that. Even when I was happy, I wouldn't share that I was happy, because I'd had that was conditioned not to show the world I'm happy because people don't like it. And it's true. Low emotions don't like it when you're happy. I've had to undo that conditioning because I am happy. I'm happy. And if people don't like it, it's not my issue. It's their issue. Rising above the fear of things like 5G, things like NASA comes to mind, you know, control. Yeah, raising your energy above the fear of 5G sets you free. Yeah, it's the truth, and the truth always sets you free. Yeah, so that's my little waffle of Friday morning. Got the day off, in bed. I've been up since before 5 o'clock. My boy is now asleep in the front of the cabin. My log burner was on, but it's gone off now. And it's a beautiful day, so I will wish you all a great day, and hope that some of that little waffle made a bit of sense to you. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. Bye.